Oh, goodbye. Can you tell where I've been? I'm so pleased with this shirt. Goodbye, New York City. So I've been in New York since, so many pretty people here, since for Sunday. They're very tiny little men with pants on. Do you hear? Just had the nicest talk with the mom of a child with a disability, and went over there and introduced myself and just sat down and had the biggest chit chat. So nice. I'll tell you what, having we spoke the other night at this Daniel's Music Center, and seeing like the group of moms and dads that came, very diverse. It just was amazing. And I thought, you know, Kate pointed it out, but she was like, you know, we would have never known that this group existed if it weren't for having a child with a disability. And it's awesome. Are you hungover? What kind of question is that? No, I'm not hungover. I had one drink yesterday. We had a great time, super excited. Subscribers, I'm gonna come on right after this and we'll have our little coffee chat. We, yeah, Daniel's song, I had Daniel's video on my subscriber page. He sang, had a brain aneurysm, and just a delightful young man. New York is such an interesting place. If you lived here with a child with autism, I don't know how you could do it. All the cars and the signs, you know how Amos loves to read a sign? I mean, we would never make it down the street, and I'm not kidding you. It would be terrible. You missed Monday because you were sick. But last night, this is sort of exciting. We went to, yes, we announced our book. We have written a book called Life Out, we haven't written it. Written it is a loose term. We have written one chapter. Life Out Loud is our book. We're writing it together, and it is sort of the story of three mothers, the only thing we really have in common is that we have big families, but we have New Hampshire, Minnesota, North Carolina, and the other night, it was really amazing. You just saw how people need a place, you know, and they need a place to belong. And we all have Kate's son, Cooper, is nonverbal. Amos talks, he's not conversational. And then Jack is living in a very supported environment. So it's really, I think, going to speak to a lot of people who are going to find common threads. So I'm really excited. It's due in July, which means it's due July 24, which is what, 6 months from now. And then it will come out either in the spring or the fall. So anyway, it'll be good. I'm really excited about it too. You know, I've been working on my own book, and it just, when Kate and Carrie were like, okay, let's do this, I was like, you know, this feels right. This feels right. They've already written books. I have not. So I'm super excited. Is that a new shirt? Can you tell? So listen to this, though. This is pure tea gossip. Last night, we go to, thank you, Judy. We go to Michael Jackson. The show was incredible. I mean, it was so good. One, his music is good, but the show was, I'm not gonna give it away, but it's mainly about this relationship with his father and how that drove his music and his life, right? Melissa, we'll have a good Q&A. We'll talk about all those things with our subscribers. Where are you? I'm in the American Airlines Club, drinking coffee. Just had some salmon. Yeah. Why did I go up on the cost? I went up on the cost because I have not gone up on the cost of my subscriber group in 5 years. And I just decided it was the right time. I decided it was the right time for me. So Disney went up, Netflix went up, so did Adrian. And again, no one is required to join. This is, you don't have to go to Starbucks. You don't have to do anything. No one is required to do anything in this world. But now you must pay 34 cents a day versus 17 cents a day. Man in the Mirror. Oh, that was the last song. But anyway, so we're at the play. The music is incredible. And at halftime, it's not called halftime. What's it called? Intermission. We go down to we do our thing jiggy. And then we go down and do a announcement video. And then we go to the bathroom, and there are these two women in the bathroom, and they're kind of tall and slim, and they have on shiny, sparkly stuff. And I thought, those two are characters, right? Well, then during the play, we hear arguing, like to the left. And we're like, what? What is that? Well, I think all through the play, I heard hooting and hollering, like, yeah, get it. And Kate was like, I think it's a recording. I was like, that is not a recording. They are not doing that as a recording. So this woman is carrying on. And I think somebody probably went to her and said, knock it off. Stop it. Your mentor, Karen, I love you. Tell your husband I said hello. And so the security guard is like telling her, shush, shushy, shush, shush. AI is using books to write books for them, so nothing is original. I would actually love to see what my AI book would be like. It might be better than my actual book. And she's arguing loudly, like, can't people laugh anymore? And blah, 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 blah. And I think he says to her, come on. Well, she doesn't come on, so he leaves. Well, about 5 minutes later, he comes back, and he's like, basically like, get your ass out of this chair and come on. She has a pure tea fit. Now, I'm unabashedly brave, but I would have been embarrassed. Right? Like, full on embarrassed. She wasn't embarrassed. She went out of there yelling and carrying on and just hollering the whole time. Well, then she's got these friends in there, and they don't get up. Well, a few minutes later, they get up, and they're starting to yell, and they got all this stuff. Why didn't you record? Oh my God, Leanne, I was sitting in the middle of a row of like 20 people. If I were on the end, my fanny would have been out in that hall with my phones blazing. I mean, it would have been awesome. But alas, I couldn't get out there. But Kate did whisper to me and say, Kate goes, I love a scene. I was like, oh my gosh, I love a scene too. I love a scene because I usually am the scene, or like Amos is the scene. So it's so fun when I'm not in the scene. It actually didn't ruin it. It sort of made it fun, but it was very tacky. Oh yeah, it's so funny. And then the people had to keep coming back to get all their crap. They had minks, and they had pocketbooks, and they had bags, and they had things. And was she crazy? No, I think she was probably a teensy bit drunk, and then foul. I don't know. You know what else I've discovered? Did you know it's legal to smoke pot in New York City? One, I hate the smell of pot. Two, that is disgusting. We were sitting yesterday outside the Rockefeller Center, and I'm like, what the hell is that disgusting smell? I mean, this is what my children do when people are smoking. Is someone smoking? I can't breathe. I was like, what? This woman is sitting like 5 feet. I said, are you smoking pot? She said, yes. I said, is that legal? She said, yes. I said, well, I'm very allergic, and my throat is going to close up. Kate looked at me. I was like, that's a lie. But the idea that you're smoking pot in a public place and blowing it all over babies, it's disgusting. You cannot drive and smoke pot. It's a DUI. Yeah, it smelled like a skunk. That's right. Well, Thomas says the fact that it's legal in California is why there are no football players from there anymore. They all smoke weed, and athleticism has just plummeted. It's bad. It's bad. bad times for the football players. I'm trying. I love that. It's so good. Look at a drive-through window. Yes, I mean, you don't want to get high. It's disgusting. I'm allergic to pie. That's what I said. Shmuckity shmuck schmuck. So today I go home. Christmas is a week from Monday, right? A week and a half? Are you at the airport? Yeah, I'm at the airport. I got to the airport 8 hours early because Kate and I rode together. And then we realized our terminals weren't the same. And I have so many freaking bags because I got Amos a Lego ship. So I had to carry so much stuff. Pot will save them from head trauma. What? It must be warm. You're in a t-shirt. I'm the hottest person on the planet. Been legalized in Ohio. This is disgusting. I know. Isn't this a good shirt? It's a little tight. But I love it. I bought it at like a stand at some market. Daniel Street Market. Anyway, did you do any Christmas shopping? Well, I got that for Amos. I went to the TJ Maxx and got the boys each a shirt. And then I got myself some tennis shoes. Gotta wrap my suckers up. And then that's it. I think. Did I get Blair anything? I don't think I did. I think I looked and I couldn't quite find something. Blair, my daughter, is going skiing tomorrow with some friends. So I got to get home today and dig out ski stuff, which is going to be entertaining. And how did you guys like the Beam? So the Beam in New York City, if you're wondering about going on the Beam, do not do it. It was $223 for 3 of us to go up to do this Beam ride. It's very long lines. You get on a Beam with 3 other people and you go up and then you turn around like 3 times and they take a picture of you from way over. The camera is at an angle. So then when you see this picture that you can buy, you're like this. It is the biggest waste of money on the planet. We did go to FAO Schwartz. Oh yeah, I did. Look at all these dogs. I got Russell this thing that floats around in the air and you do your hand like this. And then I got Russell that. Oh, and then I got Blair a mini boggle for her stocking. Pot is good for pain. Well, I get that. I understand. Or cancer, all those things. I ain't talking about pain or cancer. I'm talking about 20-something smoking weed because she's lazy on the plaza. She's going to Sugar Mountain. I should have gotten a shirt for Blair. But then if I buy her something, she never likes what it is. I mean, it's true. Thank you for taking us to New York City. What was I saying? I was telling y'all something. What was it? Wasn't pot. Where did you get that awesome black jacket? That black jacket I've had for years. It's Eileen Fisher. Got it at, I think, Nordstrom Rack. Are you refreshed? You know, I will go home. I am going to be tired. And I can't admit I'm tired because nothing annoys anybody more than when their spouse has been gone and they've been in charge of the children alone to talk about how tired you are. Which I've yelled at my husband a lot for. Oh, the Beam. So the Beam was a waste. So you have this terrible photo you paid for. It was bad. And then it was bad. It was not worth it. We got a good photo on the still Beam, and that was great. Yep. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do the Beam. That might be my post. Did you go to the High Line? No. I found it amazing how tourists love the city. New York is an experience, but Edenton is an experience. It's an experience. I can't imagine living there. It's very expensive. Hi, Ivor. I have a new friend. And So I've been talking to his mom. He's a young man with disabilities. Did you go to the Today Show? I wanted to, but it was packed. And I could not get there at 5 a.m. I'm not that tough. Did you miss not having Carrie in your room? I don't think Carrie missed being in our room. Carrie had her own room. Kate and I shared a room. And last night we went to Indian Accents, which I would argue is one of, if not the best Indian restaurant in New York City, and very near our hotel. I've been there with my friend Regan before. It's called Indian Accent, and it is incredible. You pick like a 4-course dinner or a 3-course dinner if you sit at a table, and if you sit at the bar, you can just order bits and pieces of things. Oh, God, it was good, and it just smells good in there. Harry Styles saying happy birthday to your daughter? What? I ain't seen any hairstyles. But anyway, it was fun. Really fun. No pictures of Fifth Avenue. You know, we never got down Fifth Avenue. We were busy. We had some meetings. We went to this fancy club called the Aman, A-M-A-N. We were invited there for a drink. Do you think Amos would like New York City? I do. And I think I will bring Amos to New York City next year when Blair is not at home. I'd like to bring her to New York City before she goes off to school. It'd be a great place to see Taylor Swift. Derek, you've been to the restaurant. Derek, thank you so much for coming to our event on Monday night. That was so sweet. Anyway, it was great. But I do think Amos would like New York. I think I'll have a few more opportunities to do some things with Amos when my teenagers are all off, you know? Anyway, how was the beam? Scary? It was a little precarious, but it just was a waste. It was a waste. Okay, subscribers, I'm going to hop over and we're going to have a little coffee chat for 30 minutes before I head on to the gate for my plane. Goodbye. Come subscribe if you need more backstory and want me to answer all your questions.